Hey guys, the video coming up is going to be a continuation of the zombie fence, zombie perimeter fence. I just got done for the day. I strung we're going to call it about 400 feet of high tensile woven. It's a high tensile woven wire field fence. It's a Burkhart Gaucho is the brand. Tractor Supply has it. It's super good fence. It's what I've got on the rest of the property. I'm just trying to finish up the another section on the perimeter fence so I can get the animals grazing in a new area pretty soon. But this is the way I put up fence. It's not right. It's not wrong. I know there's fence contractors that are going to see it and be like, holy shit, this guy screwed the pooch on it. But so far, I put the fence up. The rest of the fence, the animals don't get out. Everybody's happy. Nobody breaks through, and we're good to go on it. So, but that's it. One thing, do me a favor, share the video out. It helps the algorithms. Leave a comment. Also, Eric from Porterhouse and Teal is teaching a plant guild class at the Friday before the festival. It's a paid class. All the information is on our website, KentuckySustainableLiving.com. You can sign up for that class on the website. It's a limited number of spots, so hurry up and get yours in now. Also, Chuck Peoples from Homestead Medical is teaching a homestead medicine class. It's an 8-hour class. Lunch is provided. Lunch is provided with Eric's also in the price of that. But Chuck's class is homestead medicine. It's an 8-hour medical class that very limited spots on it because it's real hands-on, one-on-one instruction, stuff like that. You get a lot of time with Chuck that day. But that's the Friday before the festival. Also on Sunday, Chuck is teaching a Stop the Bleed class. That's just a 4-hour class. You'll be certified in Stop the Bleed. Essentially, it's trauma and stuff like that on how to stop bleeding, traumatic bleeding. Go to the website, check it out, subscribe to the email list so we'll know you're coming, and we'll send you out emails as we get new speakers. All right, guys, here's the video. Hey, guys, it's Jason with Kentucky Sustainable Living. It's Saturday morning. Just got back from picking up some fence. This fence right here is it's made by Burkhart. It's the Gaucho. It's a high tensile woven wire field fence. It's a 12.5 gauge at the top and the bottom, and then 14.5 on the inside. It's a high tensile fence. It's a little bit lighter gauge than your standard low carbon fence. That's what I've got on the rest of the property, and I really like it. You can stretch it good and tight. What I'm going to do, we're down here at the first H-brace we put in the other day. I'm going to get the wire unrolled, start rolling it back up through there. Let me see if I can get you to see. You can see the path that I cut up through there with the bobcat. We're going to start rolling the wire on up through there and roll it out, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, I've got 330 foot of wire strung out right now. I brought it back over here to the end of the H-brace. I'm going to take this wire and cut it and wrap it back around and staple it again. I've got it stapled twice. Some guys tie a termination knot with a high tensile, or you can use a gripple T-clips. I suck at tying termination knots. They look horrible. I'm just going to staple the shit out of it and call it good. That's what I've done on everything else, and it seems to hold fine. But you can see we've got our wire. We'll clip our verticals and bring it back around this pipe and everything, and bring it back around. And you can see up through there where I've got the wire strung out. 330 foot didn't make it. We've probably got another 50 to 60 foot to go to the other H-brace, but I got another roll of wire, and I'll take it up to the other H-brace and unroll it down and do that. All right, guys, we got the fence stretched, the other little section of it put in. We're up here by the gate right now. There's a tractor sitting there. I've got the fence stretcher on there. It's not a premier professional one, but it works. All the fence I put up with it here. It's worked fine. I've got it, that's just one from Tractor Supply, woven wire fence stretcher. I've got it hooked and ready to go. This is going to be kind of a pain in the butt, honestly, because I don't have a whole lot of room to pull the tractor in and set up my come-alongs and stuff like that. I'm hoping I pulled the tractor in for a preliminary. You can kind of see there's the end fence post, and then there's the other fence row. So I've got just a little bit of room to set the come-alongs and set everything up. So hopefully I'll have enough room to pull. If not, we'll have to go to where I joined it and do what they call a gut strain on it. We'll be back. All right, guys, I finally got this stretched. Like I said, I didn't have a bunch of room, but you can see here's your fence stretcher right here. I've got a come along at the top and a come along at the bottom. What I did was hook everything up, back the tractor as far as I could go, and then I started come alonging it to get tension on it. Now it's time. What I'm going to do is wrap my wire around the post, staple it off, staple it to this post right here, and you can see the fence is not standing all the way up straight yet, but once I'm going to fasten it to some of the trees down there, so once you pull it in there, everything will be tight. You can see this thing is pretty stinking tight. I've got some gripples down there where I joined it. I can take my gripple tool and put just a little bit of extra tension on it. Here in just a minute is probably what I'll wind up doing. All right, guys. I went through, took the tensioner off, moved the tractor, all that stuff, took the come-alongs off. Went ahead, walked down the fence, any of the trees, and the way I do this on the fence rows is your fence rows are never 100% straight when you're working with the old fence row. You got trees that grow in and out, so the fence kind of snakes just a little bit. So there's really no way to get a good straight line to drive all your T-post in and then pull your fence. So what I've done on the other property lines is get my two ends, build my H-braces, put the fence up, and then the fence meanders just a little bit because there's some bigger trees that it's like, I don't want to clean those out. There's no reason to cut them down. We just take and just staple the fence real light to it so it snakes just a little bit. So now what I'm going to do, because I'm lazy, I've got my T-post. I'm going to take my T-post, drive those in just where they'll stand up good enough to stay up. Then I'm going to grab the Bobcat, and then I drive all my T-post with the Bobcat just because, like I said, I'm lazy and it's easy as all get out. This is a 47-inch tall fence. We're using 6-foot T-post, so we'll drive them 18 to 24 inches in the ground, maybe leave just a little bit of the T-post sticking up above the fence, to where if I need to, I can put barbed wire on it. I don't know, zombies don't like barbed wire, so we'll probably stick some barbed wire on top. I've also got concertina wire that we might wind up sticking on here if we get a chance to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start driving T-post. Just drive them a few inches in the ground with like a 3-pound engineer's hammer, just where they'll stand up till I can come back and drive all of them with the Bobcat. Also, post spacing, Burkhart says you can get by with a 12-foot post spacing on this high tensile woven wire fence. We're gonna go 12 feet, somewhere around there. I'm gonna eyeball it, pace it off. But it depends on the pressure, the animal pressure that you're gonna have on it. And you also want to, with your fence, is put whatever side the animals are on, you want your T-post to be on the other side. So you'll have your T-post here, and you'll have your fence running along here. Your animals will be inside here. So what happens is the animals, if they press on the fence, they're pushing against the post and not just the clip. If it was the other way around, the only thing they're pushing on then is the clip. So if that clip gives way, then the fence can give way. So with this, they're pushing on the actual T-post and not just the clip. Spacing on this, I'm gonna eyeball it about 12 feet. Honestly, there's not ever gonna be, the only animals that are gonna be against this fence are my livestock guard dogs, because what I'm doing from the fence in about 20 to 25 feet, I'm going to run a temporary electric fence to let the animals graze all this jungle down that you can see. but I still want to keep a good screened area to where nobody can see back here at the house. So we're going to keep about a 20 to 25 foot buffer zone that just stays constantly grown up. And here pretty soon, where I've cleared all this down through there, we'll probably plant blackberries or something like that. I know the honeysuckles will jump back in there pretty quick and grow everything up. So if we can get something growing, you know, 6 to 8 feet tall, would be great to help screen this some more. So, all right, T-post time. All right, guys, I got all the posts driven. It took probably 15 minutes maybe to drive the post with the Bobcat. As you can see, I got this one right here I'm standing by. These are your T-post clips. And this is a clip tool. I bought this at the local hardware store. I have no idea what brand it is, but this is the best thing since sliced bread. And all you want to do with your T-post clips, clip your short side, bring it around your T-post, and then your short side, that just slides right on there. Then you take it, bring it around, then you take your screwdriver end on the back side and pull it right around. Then that secures your fence. Let me grab another one and I'll show you. This side clips right on. Bring it around your T-post and you can see. Then here's your short side. You slide that hollow end on, bring it around, take your screwdriver end, bring it back through. There, you're set and ready to go. This fence it's got some give to it, but that's what you want. On these high tensile, the animals will get on it and then just bounce right off. So I'm gonna go down, I've got 20, 25 T-posts to do. So it'll probably take a hot minute to do these, but I'll walk you down the fence row once we're done. All right, guys, this fence section is done except for the barbed wire. I hadn't decided if I'm gonna put a strand of barbed wire up on top of it or not, or we might just put concertina wire. I've got a whole pallet of that stuff sitting there. So we hadn't decided on that. Let me flip you around and we'll walk part of the way down the fence row. All right, here's starting at the H brace. We can walk part of the way down here. There is one of your T-posts. How it's clipped off. But you kind of get a sense, there's probably, I would say, a 400-foot pull, something like that, on this section. So guys, that completes this. Like I said, I don't know if I wind up putting a strand of barbed wire up on top of here or not. The only pressure really it's going to have is the zombies or the dogs, and the dogs won't climb over the fence. They hadn't done it yet. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.